Hello, everyone. Welcome to a live watch along of the fourth quarter of the Patriots versus Broncos game and what has been trash, absolutely garbage football. Now the weather is starting to pick up, so it's only going to get worse. As you see on the side of the screen here, we got our ESPN.com live watch along. I also have the TV going in my room, so I'll be even more up to date than the website here as we are just about to get into the fourth quarter action. And welcome to the live stream. If you are here from the YouTube short I posted, and I thank you so much for that, that's very kind of you, then you would probably have called me an idiot there, and I wouldn't have blamed you one bit for that because I predicted the Broncos to win this game. Now, the score being 10-7 Patriots, it's not horrible. I mean, it's not great. Let's not kid ourselves here. Not a great scoreline. We definitely want to see the Broncos winning. If we scroll over and I show you the win probability for this game, it is currently 63 to 36%, not in the favor of the team that I predicted to win. But call me crazy, call me stupid. I still think there's a chance. As I closed my tab by accident, so we're going to pull that back up. It's like I've never used a computer before. How I immediately... There, we're back! How I immediately did that, I don't know. Anyways, though, most recently, this game's gotten just ugly. It's 2nd and 8 right now, Denver ball. We need RJ Harvey to go off pretty good. I know I have a little bit of a bet going on RJ Harvey, so we are cheering for him big time in this game, as well as, well, just cheering for the Broncos pretty much, as I really want to see the Broncos and Jared Stidham go into the the Super Bowl. I mean, we all know the NFC is gonna win regardless. I mean, they're too, like, the Rams or the Seahawks are just a little too good. I mean, this Patriots team and this Broncos team, they're both frauds. Let's not kid ourselves here. We're watching two frauds on display in this game. All season we've known it. The Broncos were the worst undefeated team, much like the Chiefs last year. We all kind of knew they shouldn't have been undefeated, but clearly it held on a little too long there. Getting ready for the fourth. I'm just looking at all the snow in this game, and it is this is football weather, baby. I love it. The camera just kept panning out and out and out, and you can't see anything. The snow is extreme today. So first play of the fourth quarter, thrown to the left side. Marvin Mims hauled in a very long touchdown pass earlier on. He'll find himself with a reception here, but just about 2 yards maybe. It's 3rd and 7, 1 yard. That's great. That's great right there. No surprises. Jared Stidham so far, 14 for 24, 128 yards. A lot better than most people were expecting. Now, again, call me crazy, but I said Jared Stidham masterclass. Looking over at the chat there, Dave Collings saying the NFC winner crushes either of these AFC trash teams, and he's absolutely correct here, as Stidham drops back to throw, looking wide, and that is an incomplete catch on 3rd and 5. No flags, and that's going to be a punt from the Broncos as they're forced to give it back. It looked like he was targeting Lil Jordan Humphrey, and Lil Jordan, I mean, that ball hits him in the chest. I would have made that catch. That's bad. Another really bad drop in this game. Again, whether you can call it what you want, but that had to be a catch. That was not a good ball. And then, of course, Chiefs will be back in this game next year. Yeah, and so will my Panthers. We will we'll be rooting together there. As the punt Looks like it made its way out of the back of the end zone. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left. And we're going to have a slow, boring drive. I would have to guess here, if the Patriots are smart, they're just going to keep feeding Travion Henderson. Well, keep feeding him, I say. Travion Henderson hasn't done that much in this game. If we're going to look over at the full box score here. Ramondre Stevenson, 16 carries for 64 yards. I don't get it. I don't get this team. I don't get their calls, I'll be honest with you. And then we see here, that's Travion Henderson. 3 carries for 5 yards. That's it. That's all we're doing. And then Drake May, so of course on scrambles, 64 yards. Just casual, something light. I don't know why they don't use their best running back. That's wild to me. I'll never get that if we're being honest with each other, but whatever. A guy like Travion Henderson, I guess it's because he's a rookie. I don't know. If any Patriots fans hear this, you're definitely going to have to enlighten me there because I don't get it personally. And then looking over at Denver's side, it's been one of those games. Shout out Marvin Mims, 50 yards on the one catch. Yeah, we're going to go back over to the live game. As we are in commercial break here, we can break down a little bit of what we expect to see later on today with the Rams versus Seahawks game, which, of course, very exciting. That's going to be played at 6:30. And, should we all together here on this live stream make my YouTube short for that game? I think we should. I think that would be a ton of fun. A little behind-the-scenes action for everyone on the live stream while we are in the commercial break. Who do we have winning this game? The Rams. I have the Rams now winning the Super Bowl. So I'm going to make that a little dual threat YouTube short, and everyone's going to get to see it. Live right now on the CollingsThodeNetwork, we're watching the fourth quarter of this trash Broncos versus Patriots game. You should make sure you click on the channel because it's going to be a fun day of streaming, as well as a prediction for you guys in this upcoming game. I have the Rams beating the Seahawks 28-24 in what is going to be a close game, but Stafford will pull it out. Make sure you subscribe to the CollingsThodeNetwork, ring that bell so you don't miss any of the uploads. And there you go. There's a YouTube short created for you guys. We'll see if that gets anyone clicking on the live stream here as we're going to send this thing live. As, again, the weather horrible in this football game, 10-7. The Patriots setting up. They have their fullback on the field, so they're going to be running this ball. They're going to the left side, catching a block. Ramondre Stevenson, 11 yards on the ground. It's a great run there from the Patriots running back. Let me get back up to where we're meant to be here. As the reporter is looking like Jack Frost with ice in his hair. Hello, Evan Washburn. He looks cold, to say the least here. But great run from Ramondre. We do not need this. That hurts us quite a bit. I'm not going to lie to you. In my Broncos winning this game. I've never seen a yard line overlay on a broadcast. And then, of course, my dad says, looks horrible, Nolan, and he agrees. Yeah, that's a one-of-a-kinder right there. As 2nd and 8 now, we need the Broncos defense to step up. It's the Broncos. That's about all they have going for them, really. As they are lined up here. Snap taken, handoff to Ramondre Stevenson. He gets stuffed after picking up just about 3 yards on the ground. It is going to be 3rd down and 4. So 4 yards on the ground there for Ramondre. We have a real chance to get this ball back here. Broncos Nation. I guess I'm part of you guys now, all of a sudden. This has been trash. This has been, again, trying to stay awake for this game. My chair got awfully comfortable while I was watching this game because these two teams are not giving me a lot to cheer for. As we're just getting the captions all written up. Your Bills might have won this game too, Nolan, too bad, as That's mean. That's mean in the chat there. That's wrong. But he's not. I mean, you're not wrong. The Bills definitely would have won this game over these two trash teams that we're forced to watch here. Again, the two biggest pretenders all season, if we're being honest with each other. The Patriots with their easiest schedule in the league, cakewalk. And then the Broncos, who lucked out so many close games. Of course, 4th and 12. We will absolutely be taking that. Shout out to the big sack there. As I was looking down at my phone. That's my bad. But here we go. 11 minutes, 30 seconds. We have a genuine chance to make my Broncos prediction correct. I'm very excited to see this, as anything can happen. And I keep getting the same ad that keeps popping up, and we're not having it. Nolan's saying it's a shame, as yeah, it really is. The biggest thing that comes with the Bills not being in this spot is entertainment value. At the end of the day, a Bills Patriots game in this situation, that would have been so much fun. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it would have been, right? Because it was the Bills taking on the Broncos in the losing efforts. Oh man, Bills versus. Every single Bills versus Patriots game this year has been some of the most fun games all season. You're telling me that wouldn't have been way better than what we've got going on here? You cannot tell me it wouldn't have been. This is, I mean, I hate to blame the weather because this game was trash before the snow came, but just all trash. As we're doing our last things here. Second short of the day is up. And now we're going to get to enjoy the closing out of this stream and the closing out of this game. As, again, looking forward, if anyone is looking for my predictions, if you're not going to watch the YouTube short that I just posted, then you might as well just stay right here. I got that being a 28-24 win for the Rams. Puka Nacua is going to get a touchdown for sure. I mean, for sure. I assume Kyron Williams will probably find pay dirt in the end zone, and we'll see. Again, my predictions have been Matthew Stafford riding off into the sunset with a Super Bowl win. He retires after this season. I mean, MVP, potentially. Super Bowl win. Why not? Why not go off? And going back over the chat, this drive coming up is worth millions of dollars for Stidham, and genuinely, he could pull a Gardner Minshew and earn himself a starting spot on some trash lowly team. And then Austin Collings joining in the chat. This seems absolutely disgusting, and it absolutely was. Again, snooze fest. I was falling asleep, borderline, during this game. If it wasn't for scrolling Twitter occasionally, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be in bed. And Stafford said he's coming back next year. There goes my fairy tale storybook ending for Matt Stafford. Yeah, womp womp. That actually kind of worries me now, if we're going to be honest with each other. I mean, not that he's not going to go all out for his second ring, but, I mean, thinking it was his retirement season, I thought he was going all out. As the first play of the drive, handoff to RJ Harvey. He bounces off to the right side, and it looks like he picks up the first down. If not, that was a huge 9-yard run to start off this drive. Let's go, Jarrett Stidham. Let's go, Broncos. Broncos country, let's ride. Like Russell Wilson said himself. I mean, that looks like a first down if you ask me, but I'm slightly biased right now. I'm very much so rooting hard for Broncos. No one wants to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. No one wants to see the Patriots in this spot. Dave in the chat saying this has been a grind to watch, Austin. It has been a hard one at that. It's been slow, very slow. But here we go. 2nd and 1, handoff again. RJ Harvey goes to the left side, breaks one tackle, but 4 guys swarm him, and he gets stopped up. That's most likely going to be -1 yards. If not, we're just going to stay at the same spot. Setting up 3rd down and 1. Yeesh. Horrible game so far between these two teams. I'm sorry if you're a fan of either team, because I am going to be trash talking both of these squads for the remainder of this game. Third one on their own 39. I'm not saying the Broncos have to go for it if they fail here, because that's horrible field position to be going for it, but kind of got to go for it. Only 10 minutes to go here, as the ball is going to be snapped right up the gut. First down picked up by the Broncos. This is going to be a lot of rushes. Let's be real here. This is going to be rush. Why put the ball in Jarrett Stidham's hands? I mean, I say why put the ball in Jarrett Stidham's hand. Jarrett Stidham has more passing yards than Drake May, everyone. Let's not kid ourselves here. One of these quarterbacks has been outplaying the other. If it wasn't for the rushing yards that Drake May has been putting on here, I'd say Jarrett Stidham's been one of the best offensive players in this whole game, if we're not kidding ourselves. It's 128 passing yards on 14 of 25 attempts with a touchdown. We could trust this guy. Screw it. Let's do it. As he drops back, he elects to throw on the play action, rolls out of the pocket to his right side, tries to create some time and space, and no one is open. He'll throw it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 now coming up as this is a tough game. This is a tough game, if we're being honest with each other. We're going to go back over the full box score. Jarrett Stidham rushing the ball has 15 yards. So combined, he has... I'm not good enough at math for this. Drake May has 64 rushing yards and 86. And that is a combined 150. Very good game for Drake May. And then the other side, that's 128 plus 15. Not 150. But, pretty close. The two quarterbacks definitely going at it. That is an screen pass immediately blown up by this Patriots defense that has been very aggressive on the front lines. They've been super aggressive in the trenches, and I just feel like screen passes are not going to work against a team that is playing like this. They're doing their soft zone. They're playing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 back. They're running man. I don't get this. I don't get what I'm watching right now. Football is a complicated sport, yes, but it's not this complicated. Why? So the defensive line for the Patriots immediately read that it was a screen, broke off from trying to sack the quarterback, and got to the ball immediately. This is a insanely well-coached Patriots defense, might I add. They've been having an excellent game. Stidham steps up in the pocket, jump throw. It is hauled in for a 4-yard pickup. Wow. That's amazing. So cool. Of course, wasn't anything else open, but 4th and 6, Stidham off the field. This is... I'm getting sad watching this. This is bad. This is so bad. I would pay money right now to watch the Bills in this situation instead. Well, let's hope this is a good punt, as there's 8 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. The Broncos will get it back. You have to assume. 6 plays, 17 yards, 2 minutes, 20 seconds burned. What a horrible, horrible showing from the Broncos here. Okay. Context. Anyone who has missed this game, potentially Austin here, who says this seems absolutely disgusting, please let me fill you in on some of my notes that I've been taking throughout this game. As during the during the first quarter, the first thing I wrote was Drake May and the Pats are trash because they were playing so bad. I mean, similarly to what we've been seeing. I also wrote Jarrett Stidham, best offensive player so far, and that's because he had one throw for 50 yards. And then we also have our last note for the first quarter was both teams defensively have been an A+, and I will stand by that. Dave Collings in the chat saying, you want to watch Josh fumble the ball all over the field? And honestly, yes, that's more entertaining than this garbage. I would rather a 33-30 game with horribly sloppy play than this 10-7 piece of crap that we're forced to watch. This is awful. I'm a snobby football fan, I guess. The Rams versus Seahawks game better deliver like big time. Anyways, the second quarter, my notes go, my bet is cooked because I had Drake May throwing the ball for over 200 yards. I also had RJ Harvey 40 rushing yards. He's hit that. And then I had receiving yards For Stephon Diggs, he's only at 17, and I need him to get 40 plus. So that's no bueno. That's not good for us very much here. Cheering on this bet. Looking at, and then that cooks my bet for later on. So reading this upsets me again. If I was a Broncos fan, I would have smashed my TV as the Broncos stupidly go for it on 4th down on the 17 or 18 yard line, and not their own, the opposing. Just take your chip shot field goal. They were up 7-0. 7-zip. And they don't take their chip shot 17, 20 yard field goal to go up 10-0. It would be a tie game right now. So that grinded my gears big time. Like nothing has before. That had me fuming. That had me so angry. And then this happened shortly thereafter where the Patriots got the ball back, punted, and then the Broncos got the ball back, and Stidham had a little bit of a brain fart. He doesn't have an interception, but it might as well be one. As he got the ball, he was dropping back, pump fakes once, should have thrown the ball out of bounds there, and then does a chest pass that gets deflected, and so it goes backwards, and it counts as a fumble, and immediately after that, Drake May runs a touchdown in, because it's the Patriots. Of course they're going to get calls like that. So that's what made the game 7-7 going into halftime, as Ramondre slips, Drake May slips, and that is -4 yards. 3, excuse me, but oh my gosh. Starting this play, it looks like it's a handoff the whole way, but Ramondre goes down. So Drake May looks up, he starts to run, and then he also eats dirt. This is a hilarious game that we have going on right now. The boys need new cleats, it looks like, because this has been a just Tom and Jerry slipping around, a slapstick cartoon of a game. We'll see if they try to run it again. 2nd and 13 out of their own end zone. Ramondre Stevenson will pick up 2 yards here to make it 3rd down and 11. This is ridiculously ugly. The Broncos might win this game of no fault of their own. The Broncos might win this game by getting a punt here that puts them on the 45, and then they just kick a field goal if they get 20 yards maybe. Speaking of that, and going back to my notes, in the second quarter, not only did they not kick a 15-yard field goal, timeout, 3rd and 11, Drake May receives the snap, rolls to his right, throws out of bounds, 4th and 11. We're going to see another punt. This is a game and a half, is it not, folks? As at the end of the second, Stidham was really bad, really, really bad, and his receivers couldn't get open at all for him. And the half would end 7-7, should have been 13-7, but of course the 4th down that they failed on, and then a missed field goal to end the half, wide right. And there's been a lot of missed field goals in this game, but that one is easily the worst one because that would have made this game 10-10. And if they hadn't went for it on 4th down, this game would be 13-10. As the punt comes up, Marvin Mims is signaling fair catch. It's going to land out of bounds. Show me the yardage here. Show me the yardage, someone. The referees are coming in for this. Oh my goodness. Horrible punt. Horrible punt. It's on New England's 33. Oh my goodness. The Broncos are going to tie this game through horrible play from the Patriots. This is amazing. This is what we live for. This is awful. This is a regretful affair so far. Again, this should be 13-10 for the Broncos. This really should be. This should not be 10-7. Jared Stidham, again, to quote Nolan, millions of dollars on the line on this drive. Can he ball out? Can RJ Harvey prove to himself to be a star back next year as a year 2 player? Probably not, because it's all snowy and the players are going to be slipping, but this is going to be a fun one. They got the leaf blowers out on the white lines, so we know what the yardage is. as the Broncos have punted only 4 of their last 5 possessions. They can't punt this time. It's the 33. Here we go. They have a very loaded up line here. It looks run initially. RJ Harvey bounces off to the right and loses 4 yards. My RJ Harvey 40-yard bet is now officially cooked. He's at 37. This is bad. This has been bad. And they are showing a progression of the snow. It went from a sunny day to a blizzard, and now there is at least an inch of snow on the ground right now. Just cake in the field. I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm seeing. So second and 13. Ball gets thrown out wide to RJ Harvey on what looks to be a screen pass. He'll get wrapped up by Davis, and they're going to call it there. This is bad. This is just bad. They're getting themselves out of field goal range. -2 yards since they've taken over in the snow that we're experiencing right now. They're not going to make this field goal. They aren't. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I cannot believe this. I wish this website had a picture of the game that's ongoing right now, because I would love to just flash what I'm seeing. Oh, that looks worse. Jared Stidham steps up to run. 3rd and 12. He's got room. He slides down. Flags. No flags come out on what looked to be a late hit. If this was a Carolina Panthers versus New Orleans Saints game, then Tyler Shuck would have gotten that flag. I can tell you that much. But no, Jared Stidham will not get a flag on the late hit there, as he, it wasn't that bad if we're being honest with each other. It definitely doesn't warrant a flag. But now we're at 4th and 5 on the 28. This is field goal range, but is it in this weather? As 16 miles an hour, the wind is blowing dead straight the correct direction. The kick is up, and it is an ugly duck, and it is wide left. I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is in contention for one of the worst football games of all time. Blocked. That's it. Okay. All right. Blocked. It was blocked. That officially hit a fingertip. It looked actually, before it was blocked, it was going to be good. I thought the kicker just royally screwed up, but no. That was officially a blocked kick. Great job by the Patriots defense there. Screw the Patriots. I'm not a fan of that at all. So now there's just 4 minutes, 42 seconds left. Both teams have 2 timeouts. And if the Broncos defense can continue to step up, they will get the ball yet again. Will they be blessed by getting the ball in the 33? No. No, but, anything's possible. I'm not saying that, I'm hopeful, but I'm saying anything is possible. Because this is bad. All right. New England ball on their own 38. We got to just pray for 4 or 5 sacks to happen and to knock the Patriots further into their own side and then have another really bad punt again. That would be nice. That would be quite nice. Also, if you are watching this, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit like on the stream, as it helps out, helps out the CollingsThodeNetwork a lot more than you would think. So make sure you do so. Make sure you hit subscribe as well, because, we're shooting for bare minimum by the NFL Draft 150, but I want to see 200 subs. So make sure that you click that subscribe button, click that bell, and like the stream, as we're going to see the last 3 minutes, 30 seconds of this game. It's 3rd and 9. It hasn't come up on the side screen here, but 3rd and 9. The fullback is on the field, so you know they're going to be running it. They're going out to the right side, and he got stuffed 0 yards. That's going to be 4th down, and it looks like a man is holding his knee, and he's okay. He was just looking awkward on the ground. So that's 3 minutes. Give it 30 more seconds when we're going to see the punt come out. And and who knows what can happen here. Timeout called? Is that why the clock is stopped? Yes, timeout called by the Broncos. So that means we're going to see 3 minutes, 1 seconds, 1 timeout. Broncos down by 3. Anything's possible. To quote the great Kevin Garnett, anything is possible. But not everything. I highly doubt, highly doubt that we're going to see the Broncos score here. But if they do, that would be pretty fun. So let's all watch together. Let's all see what's happening. The snow, it's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. When it cuts to the camera angle that is the sideline cam, there is a white haze on the screen. It is unreal to look at. As the punt is up, Marvin Mims going over to the sideline. It will bounce out of bounds. This one much nicer. The Patriots players pointing exactly at where the ball dropped out of bounds. 10-7, 3:05. I'm not feeling optimistic about my Broncos pick, if I'm going to be honest. Denver on their own 32 in a game where they've shown no signs of life other than one good throw. Yeah, yikes. So let's see. Let's see it. Biggest moment of the game. 13 comeback wins. I think that graphic on screen just said most in the NFL this season. Jarrett Stidham drops back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, huge. Shot puts it to R.J. Harvey. Oh my goodness. He threw it like this. This has been a crazy game, y'all. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Drops back, has the ball in his hand, steps up, and then chucks it like a basketball. That was fully a basketball chest pass. What is happening in this game? Has Jarrett Stidham played football before? Did I put my faith in someone that's playing football for the first time? I can't believe what I'm watching. So the Broncos would gain 1 yard, and because of the defensive substitutions here, we had to take a little stop. 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Jarrett Stidham throwing deep, intercepted, and that's going to be the game. That was Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez comes away with the ball on a horrible underthrow from Jarrett Stidham, absolutely costing his team the game. As they look to go deep to Marvin Mims again here. All game, the Patriots have been playing a softer zone. Quick throws, especially on this right side, should be what they're doing. But instead, they decide to target the soft zone, the guy who's already ranging back on a deep throw. I don't think Stidham has very high football IQ. And this is me. I mean, I live in Canada. I never played organized football a day in my life other than flag football. And I mean, I'm watching from the TV, but still, you got to think twice. You got to think about this sort of thing. That's Christian Gonzalez, the best cornerback on their team. The best quarterback on their team. One of the best defensive players in the AFC. I mean, what are we doing? We got Nolan Thode in the chat saying, I'm so glad I was only able to watch the second half. What a game. I can smell the sarcasm through the screen, through the typing. This has been just awful. I'm so glad we were along for the ride. I'm so glad because this has been hilarious. Hilariously bad. 10-7. 10 8-7 in one of the worst football games I've had the pleasure of hanging out with you guys and live streaming for. Because this is bad. This is horrible. Like, it's hilarious. It's like, luckily it's so bad it's funny. It's not like a proper ugly game, I guess. Keep in mind, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This game was bad before it started snowing. It only got worse. So, that's my official review of this game. I'm going to stay with you guys till the end of the game here. We'll watch Drake May. I think they still have to pick up a first down, if I'm not mistaken. It's 2nd and 6 right now. They're on their own 40. They will have to punt if they can't get 2 more plays. But let's see here. Coming out of the 2-minute warning, they're going to have 1 play. They're probably going to run it. Most likely 3rd and 5. It's going to cause Denver to call their final timeout. And then they're going to have to run it again. That's going to be probably 4th and 2, 4th and 3, most likely. And then they're going to drain 40 seconds, punt it. Okay. Most likely, the Broncos will get the ball back and do nothing, but most likely they'll get the ball back. I'm going to call it, official prediction. The Broncos get the ball back with 1 minute, 12 seconds left on their own 31, and they throw another pick because that's the funniest outcome. Or they fumble it. Both would be extremely funny here. So we'll see. I think it's going to be Ramondre Stevenson run up the gut. He's going to pick up maybe 1 yard, and then they're going to do another Ramondre Stevenson run. He maybe picks up 2 yards, and then the punt. So just about to be at the end of our 2-minute warning here. We're getting all the advertisements for the actual TV networks. It's always how you know. I'm just, still random commercials as hope's not lost for this Broncos team and my prediction. I really didn't want to be wrong because I wanted to prove everyone else was stupid and not me, but it might just be me who's the dumb one here. So, oh well, I could take it. I really wanted to see the Broncos win. That would have been so funny. Here we go. Ball on the Patriots 40, 2nd and 6, just after the 2-minute warning. Lining up. And, of course, fullback is on the field. So this is going to be a run up the gut, either to the left or the right side. They're going right. Ramondre Stevenson follows his fullback. It doesn't even look like he picked up a yard, as it will remain 3rd and 6. So here we go. Timeout immediately called by the Denver Broncos to stop the clock yet again here. I like that I have an ad blocker, so you guys are being saved from, having companies advertise to you that are not paying the CollingsThodeNetwork. So this is going to be about 30 seconds. Everyone's getting their coats on, getting all warm and cozy for this game because, it's freezing, I have to assume. Just about to get into it. 1 minute, 57 seconds on the clock. Again, 10-7 in one of the worst games I've had the pleasure of sitting my butt down and watching. So here we go. 3rd and 6. If there is a first down picked up, this game is over. They give it to Drake May, left side, stiff arm, first down, and that's the game. Drake May ices it. A beautiful, beautiful play call. That was amazing. Fullback out, the play action. Instead, Drake May takes himself stiff arms. His man to pick up the first down. That's a great play. Shout out Drake May. I mean, North Carolina Tar Heel. I'll have forever a love for him for that. Great play there. And now Drake May gets to kneel the ball out. And the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Boo! Boo! No one wanted to see this. No one wants to see this. Let's go Rams. Let's go Seahawks. As encroachment flag. This game is over. Thank you all so much for tuning in. this was a ton of fun. A little longer than what I usually do, but still shorter than what the sports hour used to be. So I feel like it's a good happy medium there. Yeah, that was a ton of fun. What a ridiculously stupid football game that we had the pleasure of tuning in together for. I really don't sticking around for the final little bit of this. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And until the next time, this has been Curtis from the CollingsThodeNetwork. Peace.